Pressure is growing among South African students as the Minister of Education hints at releasing the Matric results tomorrow. The question on many people's minds is whether they will pass or not, but that should not be the main focus right now. There is a new pattern emerging that everyone needs to take note of. Stay until the end to get the full information on the best performing candidates, the province with the highest number of participants, and the pass rate across all parts of the country compared to previous years. Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube is set to formally announce the 2025 National Senior Certificate Matric results this evening, marking one of the most anticipated moments on South Africa's education calendar. The announcement will provide clarity on the overall performance of the class of 2025 and set the tone for how the year's outcomes are viewed nationally, particularly against the backdrop of previous years' consistently strong results from the Independent Examinations Board. Ahead of the official release of individual results scheduled for publication tomorrow, a special breakfast event in Johannesburg will place the spotlight on the country's top-achieving learners. This gathering is designed not only as a celebration, but also as a recognition of academic excellence at the highest level, bringing together outstanding learners, education leaders, and stakeholders to acknowledge exceptional effort and achievement. The breakfast event will honor learners who performed at the top nationally, including those who achieved multiple distinctions and demonstrated exceptional subject-level performance. For many of these learners, the recognition represents years of discipline, sustained academic focus, and resilience in navigating the demands of the National Senior Certificate curriculum. The event also serves as a symbolic reminder of the importance of academic excellence in shaping future opportunities for young South Africans. The Independent Examinations Board has already released its outcomes for the 2025 National Senior Certificate Examinations, reporting an overall pass rate of 98.3%. This figure places the class of 2025 among the strongest cohorts in recent years and reinforces the IEB's long-standing record of consistently high performance. The results suggest that, despite ongoing challenges within the broader education landscape, a significant number of learners were able to meet and exceed the rigorous standards required to pass. Beyond the headline pass rate, the breakdown of results provides further insight into the academic pathways open to candidates. Nearly 8% of candidates qualified for diploma study, while approximately 1.3% achieved entry into higher certificate programs. A very small number of candidates obtained an endorsed National Senior Certificate, reflecting the diverse outcomes and academic trajectories represented within the cohort. In total, more than 17,400 candidates sat for the examinations across South Africa under the IEB system. Gauteng recorded the highest level of participation, with candidates drawn from 114 schools, highlighting the province's strong representation within the independent schooling sector. KwaZulu-Natal followed with almost 3,000 candidates contributing to the national total, while the Northern Cape recorded the lowest participation, with only 3 schools involved in the examinations. Academic excellence was a defining feature of the 2025 IEB results. The board recognized 161 pupils for outstanding academic performance, noting that these learners ranked within the top 5% across 6 subjects. Reports further indicate that these high achievers attained distinctions in all their subjects, an achievement that underscores both depth and consistency in academic performance. Such results are often seen as indicators of readiness for the demands of tertiary education, particularly in competitive degree programs. For candidates who may be dissatisfied with their results, the IEB has confirmed that the closing date for remark applications is January 30th. The outcomes of these remark processes are expected to be released on March 4th, pending approval from UMalusi. This process provides an important safeguard, ensuring that learners have an opportunity to verify their results and seek corrections where necessary. While the IEB outcomes have already been made public, the broader national picture will be clarified later this evening when Minister Siviwe Gwarube announces the overall national matric results for 2025 in Gauteng. This announcement will encompass the performance of the national public school cohort, which represents the majority of matric candidates in South Africa. Individual results for these learners are scheduled for publication on Tuesday, a moment that will determine access to higher education institutions and other post-school opportunities for thousands of young people. The 2025 results will inevitably be assessed in relation to previous years, particularly given the strong performance trends recorded by the IEB in recent cycles. In 2020, the IEB class achieved an overall Matric pass rate of 98.07%. Of those who passed, 88.42% attained a bachelor's degree pass, qualifying them for entry into degree study, while 8.14% qualified for diploma study and 1.51% for a higher certificate pass. These figures set a high benchmark at the start of the decade. The following year saw a further improvement. In 2021, the IEB class recorded an overall pass rate of 98.39%, with 89.2% of candidates achieving a bachelor's degree pass. This represented an increase not only in the overall pass rate, but also in the proportion of learners qualifying for degree study. Diploma and higher certificate passes also saw growth, reflecting a broad-based improvement in outcomes. The upward trend continued in 2022 when the IEB class achieved an overall pass rate of 98.42%. Of the successful candidates, 89.32% attained a bachelor's degree pass, while 7.52% qualified for diploma study and 1.57% for higher certificate study. These results reinforced the narrative of consistent performance and incremental improvement across multiple years. Against this historical backdrop, the 2025 results carry particular significance. They will be viewed not only as a reflection of the class of 2025's efforts, but also as an indicator of the stability and effectiveness of teaching and learning within the system. For parents, learners, and educators alike, the outcomes serve as both a measure of success and a basis for planning future academic and career pathways. The announcement by Minister Gwarube is, therefore, more than a presentation of statistics. It represents a national moment of reflection on the state of education, the achievements of learners, and the work still required to ensure equitable access to quality education across all provinces. As the country awaits the full release of results, attention remains firmly fixed on how the 2025 cohort has performed and what their achievements signal for the future of South Africa's education system.